All right, Brian. Welcome back to What's Niggling Me. Got my phone case off my phone, so the charging connection is better, and it's trippy looking at my phone with no case on it. We're back to tackle one of the many evil companies.
Evil.
Johnson & Johnson. Long history of evil deeds that apparently I can't. Do you know what the specific wording was that guy used? It was normal practices what they were doing back in the day.
Oh man.
It was just like, for the time it was normal or something like that, eh?
Yeah. Testing on inmates is normal.
Yeah, testing on American prisoners was a normal practice in order to see.
Shooting them up with asbestos in their arms and wrapping asbestos around their arm and covering it. That's normal practices.
Yeah, they thought prisoners were good test subjects to inject asbestos into. See what it does. Let's see what it does.
We don't know what it does. Let's see what it does.
The 50s or the 60s. I forget when they were doing that. I think the 60s.
It was up until the 72. They did it for 20 years.
Johnson & Johnson, why would you do that?
Why would you do that? How much money have you guys paid out because of that?
Nothing. They've paid out nothing compared to the money they've made. They've made over $1 trillion, because if they made $85 billion in 2023, and they've been around since the 1800s.
And it was even more of a monopoly then than it is now.
Oh yeah.
Back then it was like, there wasn't many people doing it.
I had to put a Band-Aid on this week, and I was real fucking pissed.
Yeah, not good, bro.
I know, I had to do it too. Like, I had to use this Band-Aid, and I'm like, fuck, man. I don't like Johnson & Johnson products. I can't trust them.
Fuck, no.
Because, like, what are you saying?
The fact that they're willing to have global settlements of peanuts on the dollar means fuck them. I don't trust them at all.
And I just seen a thing this week that said Purdue Pharma I think lost their appeal or whatever, and they're gonna have to pay out or whatever. But Johnson & Johnson is the one that manufactures those raw materials for Purdue Pharma. That's why they're implicated in the opioid crisis. Johnson & Johnson gets their hands on all the dirty facets of fucking the pharmaceutical industry.
Making money in every aspect of it.
Yeah. We'll never know how many people got ovarian cancer because of Johnson & Johnson. Johnson & Johnson, I don't even think, in my opinion, is needed, are directly linked to thousands and maybe probably millions of ovarian cancer diagnoses because of
100%.
the asbestos, the talcum powder in their baby powder, and that they knowingly manufactured and sold it all over the place. They have so many lawsuits because they knowingly gave a cancer-causing product to millions of people. Maybe billions.
Maybe billions.
Probably billions, because generations use their cancer-causing product.
People still use it.
They don't have it in there now. They had to remove it, but for decades they knowingly sold cancer-causing products. Because baby powder isn't the only one. They had it in hair products. They had cancer-causing ingredients in so many products, Johnson & Johnson. And then they were given the COVID vaccine fucking approval for some reason. This nasty, dirty company. Johnson and Johnson.
How many lawsuits they had just in 2010?
Oh yeah, the 2010 lawsuits. Fuck. Nuts.
It's fucking disgusting that they're allowed to be a company. Philadelphia. What was that, Pennsylvania they did it in?
Yeah, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. They were fucking just testing on inmates.
Black inmates.
Yeah, black inmates. They've had to pay out because... But even though they said those were normal practices back in the day.
Like, to come out and admit you, yeah, this is what we were doing.
I wonder if Bill Gates in his old age will say, hey, the testing we did around the world, that was normal practices.
The testing we do out in Africa?
In India. Bill Gates goes to poor countries around the world because he wants to, just like the United States military wants to bring freedom and democracy to countries, Bill Gates says he wants to eradicate deadly viruses.
Mm-hmm.
And in my opinion, he's doing a pretty shitty job.
A real shitty job.
Yeah, 2010 though, we got this quality. Johnson & Johnson had to recall Tylenol, Tylenol Plus, Motrin, Zyrtec, Benadryl because the products didn't meet the specifications. Their products, for some reason, may contain higher concentration of those active ingredients, and they sold them all around the world. Same 2010, they sold faulty hip replacements. Faulty hip replacements. Okay, so they had these faulty hip replacements installed into people, and then metal debris from wear of the implant led to a reaction that destroyed soft tissue surrounding the joints, leaving some patients with long-term disability.
Because metal going into their system.
Yeah, ions of cobalt and chromium were released into the blood and cerebral spinal fluid in some patients. Sounds like they did some good testing on that as well, on those hip replacements.
Just fucking get them in and get them out.
Yeah, they had to pay.
Not enough.
The Tylenol that stunk, that they had to recall, it stunk. Apparently, they blamed it on wooden pallets.
Yeah, right.
They blamed it on wooden pallets.
How?
It says that 2,4,6 tribromorphenol was used to treat wooden pallets on which product packaging materials were transported and stored. That's their excuse.
That doesn't mean it gets into the pill bottle that's sealed.
Somehow gets through their plastic pill bottles. But that's probably why the group of shareholders sued the board for allegedly failing to take action to prevent serious failings and illegalities since the 1990s, including manufacturing problems, bribing officials, covering up adverse effects, and misleading marketing for unapproved uses. So
lying about what it's good for.
Yep.
Let's give these guys a vaccine to make them.
Yeah. Because they illegally marketed Risperdal. You know what they did? They did exactly what Martin Shkreli did. Because there was cheaper generics out there. they said this was better than the cheaper generics and falsely marketed it for patients with dementia.
Easy people to target.
It said allegations include that Johnson & Johnson were warned by the FDA to not promote it as effective and safe for elderly patients, but they did so. Hey, imagine that. Safe and effective? Think I heard that a few years ago.
Safe and effective.
Yeah. Dirty people. But guess what? Since it wasn't a vaccine, they got to get sued. And they got sued
Yes, they should.
to pay a penalty of around $2.2 billion. And I think the COVID one should be way trillions. Because how many people they fucking
fucked.
Yeah, they falsely marketed, saying it was safe and effective and would stop the spread, which was a fucking lie.
How many people fucking have health issues for the rest of their life now?
2011, the SEC, under the Foreign Corrupt Practices Act, they paid around $70 million because Johnson & Johnson had given kickbacks and bribes to the doctors in Greece, Poland, and Romania to obtain business selling drugs and medical devices, and had bribed officials in Iraq to win contracts under the oil and food program.
They're taking this worldwide corruption.
Worldwide corruption. 2017 agreed to pay $33 million to several states to settle consumer fraud allegations in some of the company's over-the-counter drugs. Doesn't matter what industry it is, these guys lie. Lie.
All for money.
Oh, remember, this is like another just. It's exactly like the hip replacements, but it might be even worse because like the people that are getting these are clearly they're in a tough position having to do this. But tens of thousands of women worldwide have sued Johnson & Johnson for complications with their vaginal mesh implant. So obviously, if you have to get a vaginal mesh implant, life isn't good at the moment. And then you trust fucking one of the richest companies in the world to make a vaginal mesh implant for you, and they suffer irreparable, debilitating pain after the devices began to erode into surrounding tissues and organs, causing infections and complications. Johnson & Johnson, helping people all over the world.
What's the purpose of that implant?
I don't know. I don't know what that's for. But Johnson & Johnson aggressively marketed the implants and failed to properly warn patients and surgeons of the risk or test the devices adequately. Emails between executives show the company was aware of the risks in 2005, but still went ahead and made the product available. Sounds like Elizabeth Holmes. She's in jail.
What'd she do?
She said she came up with this device that you could take a pinprick of blood and put it on a slide, put it in the machine, and the machine was going to give you a diagnosis of, say, diabetes, AIDS, whatever. And it didn't work. Like, it's not I don't know if it's I don't think it's currently possible, but maybe it is at today's date. But when she came up with this, it was not possible. She was told by different people it was not possible, and she went ahead, lied, marketed it somehow really well to people, to rich people. She became a billionaire. She became the world's youngest female billionaire on a product that didn't work. She even had brought you have to bring, eventually can't lie. Eventually, like when you're marketing this, and like she got this bitch into stores, bro. She got this into Walgreens. She got this machine. She fucking lied so well. Anna Delvey, you know her?
Yeah.
Same kind of deal. Like these women are so good at persuading men into investing into these products, and there's nothing there. So this product didn't work. It falsely diagnosed people. Bro, it was falsely diagnosing people. So she's in jail. She's really gonna not do the amount of time that she should, because of you have no guilty conscience if you can go as far as she went. If you look how far and long she kept trying to push this, even though it didn't work, and there wasn't even the missing piece of the puzzle. It wasn't going to work. She was told numerous times by people that were actually smart. She had a vision, and she tried to find smart people, and the smart people told her, this won't work. She still believed or something. I don't know. She also, so that's like the facts of it, but she, on a funny personal thing, is the way she carried herself was hilarious. She tried to be like Steve Jobs. She dressed like him. She has TED Talks. People believed her. Like, I'm telling you that people bought into this and believed this, like, that it's embarrassing. All those people should be embarrassed that they fell for it. But she talked with a deep voice. She literally talked with a fake voice.
Like Matan.
Yeah. Yep. Like Matan. So I, as I'm reading about Johnson & Johnson, I get tons of hints of Elizabeth Holmes. Maybe she read the history of Johnson & Johnson, and she was like, I can do that.
And I'm a girl.
I'm a girl. And I'm about to be the most powerful woman in the world.
Self-empowerment.
Self-empowerment. You have to just believe. You have to believe.
To those people out there that are like, there's women out there that think that men are against feminism for taking her down.
No,
No, I bet you there's people out there.
Bro, can you imagine if you fucking did that and it said that you had AIDS and you don't have AIDS, but the panic and...
Then you go get AIDS treatment?
Well, like, you just, like, yeah, that craziness. There's people that kill themselves, like, that for that kind of thing, right?
Yeah. What's this girl's name?
Elizabeth Holmes. It's a pretty fascinating thing how she was able to pull it off. That's kind of like why I dove deep into it, is because it was as fascinating as it was more fascinating than Anna Delvey, because this woman became a billionaire. She was on Forbes, like, you know what I mean? She was like this is crazy. This I'm not throwing shade, but like, facts are facts. How many women have done it on their own? I have a real hard time with Oprah, but I honestly can't think of another woman who became like one of the most known, powerful women in the world.
On their own?
On their own. I honestly can't think of one.
There isn't many.
I don't know if there is one, except for...
You need a man to fucking...
Yeah, except for...
give you that money.
I'll say Oprah, but I wasn't there. But it seems to me like Oprah is one of the only people that became world known. One of the only women that became world known with no man doing it for her.
Without divorcing her husband to get half.
Yeah. Like, not throwing shade, but that just seems like what facts are facts, and you tell me another.
Oh, that's definitely not shade thrown. That's facts.
What woman became a billionaire without
There's Rihanna.
without a man? Oh,
There's Rihanna.
and I'll give it. Yeah,
Rihanna's one for
Mhm.
sure.
Mhm.
Taylor Swift is one.
She's came from a rich family. She came from a pretty rich family. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, and Rich.
And had
Persuade.
she was rich and had connects.
Yeah,
Oprah Winfrey,
that can help a lot.
I'm pretty sure Oprah Winfrey came from nothing.
Like Rihanna
Rihanna
has mass connections, like from 16 on. You know what
but
I mean?
but not before. Like she didn't grow up with like that. She just
you're right.
She's not a rich Barbados
she grew up
girl.
With no one.
Nobody. And then became it, but wasn't born. I'm pretty sure Taylor Swift was born with money. And she would have been just fine.
But usually and now we're gonna say this is total because it's all because of men, right?
What?
If men would have let them have a fucking say earlier in life, then apparently all these women would be billionaires. That's what they say. That's what they're saying out there. That if we didn't control them so much, that they'd be billionaires even sooner. You guys aren't even smart. You guys got to divorce people to get $1 billion.
Cleopatra ran shit, but
I remember this.
That's reaching. When you have to reach you have to reach thousands of years ago.
That's what I mean. Like I've heard. Yeah, I remember hearing in the Roman times about other certain females that had high.
You know why they were able to do it is because they're master manipulators, and they're master manipulators. I know for sure at times in history there was a woman that had a child that had like a young boy that was going to be ruler or whatever one day, and the father died in battle or whatever. So really, the kid was going to be the ruler, and the mom ran shit forever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's definitely a lot of women in the background running shit because they're good at stirring drama and creating divide and stuff. You know, they're good at that game.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's why Marilyn Monroe is one of the most famous women ever, is because
she looks evil, bro. She looks evil.
A beautiful woman can reach the
look
top.
At OnlyFans.
A beautiful woman can reach the top with zero.
Look at OnlyFans, how easy it is to manipulate men, bro. Men are fucking so stupid.
Look at all these. Look at how many athletes. Look at how many artists. So say like athlete, singers, and stuff like that. How many of them have insane alimony and child support payments?
Yeah.
Wonder what's the divorce rate for an athlete? What's the divorce rate for an athlete? Huh? And what's the average child support payment? Because it's seriously in alimony. It's seriously insane how many women are out there. Like it was always a thing, but post Kanye West making Gold Digger, it's a job. There's tons of girls growing up that plan to marry a rich guy.
That's what Miami is, bro. That's what LA is.
I wonder what the percentage of girls growing up plan to.
When you watch your dad do it, when you watch your mom do it to your dad, and that's what a lot of these people in certain places and like certain states get, right?
It's a dangerous game out there of girls trapping guys.
Bro, there's this one fucking 18-year-old girl. You know how when it starts, right? Like it all starts at 18, right? When these girls are allowed to start their OnlyFans, they're allowed to start this, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like I'll see these bimbos on Instagram, right? Because I see a lot of my algorithm straight bimbos on Instagram, and it'll be like this. They're always comparing themselves to the next 18-year-old, right? That comes up. This one's now 21, but they're shitting on the 18-year-old. The 8-year-old shitting on them, just trying to get clout, right? And the fact that these 18-year-old girls' parents are sitting on podcasts with this girl, like this one I'm seeing. I don't even know the girl's name, but her mom's on this podcast with her and talking about like just degeneracy, and the mom is supporting it because she's the exact same way. The exact same way, like and it's gonna get worse, right?
Yeah.
Because now there's probably a good amount of people my age, right, that are on OnlyFans, like women, right?
It's because girls love reality TV, and that's their influences.
Yeah, girls need attention.
Yeah, the girls love reality TV, and they've been watching that for now, what, 20 plus years ish now. The Jersey Shore, Kardashian, Paris Hilton, that kind of stuff has been about 20, because it's not even real world, like I know you don't remember this because it's like when I was a kid, but real world MTV, there was a real world, but people my age, we weren't trying to all be on that.
Yeah.
But then Jersey Shore happened, and Kardashians happened, and then Real Housewives of every city happened, and the Real Housewives of every city, a lot of girls are like really fell in love with wanting to be like that. They started talking like that, acting like that, and then now, and what did they do? They all married rich guys. That's what Real Housewives are. Those shows, they married rich guys.
Yeah, they're the dumbest shows in the world.
You were right. They just married rich guys, and they live this luxurious lifestyle and have drama. And
the gays love it, bro. So gays and women love it.
They do. And so now they grow up thinking, I want to do that, which is insane. Which it's more insane than I want to be an influencer, which is insane. But it's more insane that I'm gonna grow up and be a gold digger. That's it. And then like mom said it. She's like, yeah, there were some of those. You know what I mean? We know some of those people like that did that. Now there's a ton of those.
Bro, that's what life is.
In our parents' generation, there were some of those, but now there's tons of those.
It's gonna get so much worse.
I know. I agree. I agree.
It's gonna be so bad once the people that are 20-something years old and like are having kids, and these people are rich as fuck, right? So they can have kids young. These people are getting money young, right? So they can have they can start having kids like in their high 20s, even though it's not young, but it's young compared to the people nowadays, right?
Mm-hmm.
So their kids are gonna be such degens, bro, watching their OnlyFans. Like they're gonna be watching their parents' OnlyFans. People are gonna be showing them their OnlyFans. That
was my big thing. Like, that was one of my biggest comments I ever posted on someone's post about the Bobby Altoff girl. And it was like, it was shitty when I was growing up. If I remember, like, if someone had a hot mom, that sucked for that person. If they had a hot mom. Now, now your mom is either, the minimal could be your mom is on Instagram in a bathing suit. Can you imagine how brutal that would be if your mom posted a picture in a bathing suit on Instagram, and all of your friends see that and at school?
All your friends are wanking to that at grade 6.
How brutal that is in school. Now your mom has OnlyFans.
Now I can see your pussy and show it to you in class.
Because you can definitely get it off Reddit. So we can get pictures of your mom's pussy and bring it into school. How crazy is that?
Photoshop our heads licking it and stuff.
Like, you know what I mean? Like when Kim Kardashian's kids see Ray J fucking her online, and their friends send them videos or show them, hey, like, we found the video of Ray J fucking the shit out of your mom.
And haters, right? Because there's gonna be haters.
Yeah. It's like, Kim Kardashian deserves it. Like, she deserves to cry and feel like shit because that's how she made it. That's her inception. That's how she started. That's how Kim Kardashian became popular. And if that's the way you wanted to become famous, then you reap the consequences.
100%.
And so all these girls out there that are like, yo, I'm making bank fucking selling my pussy on the internet. Well, if you have a kid, get ready to suffer the consequences. With all that money and all that, the riches and fame, and comes embarrassment and traumatizing your children. That's what it comes with.
Even those private school kids are going to be showing your fucking kids you're supposed to be. Trust me.
If you're selling your pussy out there, just know that if you have a kid, you're traumatizing your kid.
But good for you. Like, I get it. I get that.
I understand making all that money.
It. I'd be doing it too if I was a girl, bro. Trust me.
I understand all that money, and you can do whatever you want. But just know,
you're used, bro, and now you're used good.
Your kid. I'm never dating you, but wifing you. But your kid, any of your kids, their friends are gonna show them your pussy. Just know that. Because growing up in school, for sure, if someone had a hot mom, that was brutal for them.
Especially if you have a nerdy kid, bro, you're fucked. If your kid's not the cool kid too, you're gonna get fucked.
You're ruining your kid's life. Ruining it. It's so crazy.
And then you're getting cheated on too. Whoever your husband is cheating on you.
Mm-hmm. I don't feel like we're segueing back into Johnson & Johnson, but just know that Johnson & Johnson is an evil company, and you can do
company in the fucking world, bro.
And you can do lots more research on them and see that everything is true.
And they're still serving us stuff every single day.
Huh?
And they're still serving us every single day.
Yeah. Yep. Johnson & Johnson just gets to pay some fines and continue on.
Going for a global settlement of $9 billion when they made fucking almost 10x that last year.
It's gross.
What are the dirtiest companies?
But we will tackle tons more companies. We'll have to tackle a Bill Gates company for sure. We'll have to tackle.
We'll have a rating. We'll have a rating of the world's worst companies.
Pfizer, Moderna. I'd like to get those. We'll go over Doug Ford's Deco labels. The Deco labels, the labels that they put everywhere during COVID.
All the people that got stupid fucking rich during COVID, we'll be talking.
Yeah, if you got rich during COVID, I will comb through your company and your subsidiaries that you make these little side companies, and I will find them all.
And I'll be looking at the nationality of the company. I'll be ahead of things that's in the company as well. Just know that.
Deuces.